Jack. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It's early, 9:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard. What's up, Aloha? What's up, Candyman? How you doing, Boston Sports Store? 10 stream streak. You don't miss a fucking stream. Love that. Absolutely love that. What's up, Jesus? How we doing? Okay. We are gonna get Ramble up here in a minute. Nice sweater. I just want to emphasize I do have a bit of a hard stop. I've got to be somewhere at 11:30, but I think we can get this going till about 10:40, 10:45 Steak. So I need you to hold me accountable if I'm rambling, no pun intended, too long on a game. Okay.
We usually stop before then anyway, so I don't think you have anything to worry about.
We do, but
we're just taking the people right over to Ramble after, so we don't have to worry.
Okay, what time does Ramble go?
Probably like 10:30, I would think.
Perfect. But we have 4 people on today. And when I set the stage sometimes for these games, like I told you, sometimes I steal all the talking points. Sometimes I ramble on too much. So hold me accountable. What's up, Ramble? Now, how we doing? Ramble sometimes very funny. What's up, B. Kelly? Good to see you. Okay, we've got the Jets Broncos coming up. I just wanted to make sure we've got everybody in attendance here. Looks like we're good on Oscar and Jeff. Appreciate you retweeting the stream. Everybody's live. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. All right, boys, let's get this going. MJ, Royal, what's up? How we doing?
Check 1, check 2. How are we coming in?
You sound great. You sound fantastic. Everybody's got cool hats on. I don't have a hat on. That's okay. What is your hat? I'm curious. Let me see.
Who, mine?
Bucks hat? No, that's a Florida Marlins hat.
Yeah, Florida Marlins logo flipped upside down.
Oh, okay. You know what I love about that hat? I don't see a sticker on it.
I think Steak's got an upside down hat. I forget which one it is.
I had a Philly one.
You had an upside down Phillies one? Yeah. Oh, sorry to your Phillies, by the way.
Steak? We don't gotta talk about that.
Speaking of not rambling, real quick, not that I want to bring it up, but you did go to the Giants-Eagles game. Was that as miserable as an experience?
I mean, of course, we were watching the Phillies live on our phones too, so that was miserable. And then as soon as Jalen Hurts threw that pick in the fourth quarter, me and my buddies stood up, walked down, and we were in the 300 section. So pretty much 20 minutes of getting chirped by Giants fans, just everything in the book. So it was a fun experience just hanging with my boy and going to the game. But it seems like every time the Eagles go to MetLife, they have trouble. I don't know if you remember the other year they lost to the Jets too after an awesome stretch. So it's weird.
I had the Eagles last undefeated team in that week, and they lost. But the Niners also lost to the Browns, so it split. I think I was like Dorian Thompson or something like that. Okay, well, good stuff. Sorry to bring that up. I just wanted to. Did you beat traffic?
I did. We hopped on the train to Sea Caucus. We got the first ride out, so we were good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There's always a positive. Positive. Royal, you are a Bears fan, in case people aren't familiar. MJ's an Eagles guy, Philly guy. Royal's a Bears fan. We do have a big Bears game that I can't wait to talk about. We got a game coming on at 9:30. I'm sure a lot of people in here are familiar with Ramble. But make sure to go follow these guys on Twitter if you have not already. I'll make sure to get your Twitter profiles in here at some point, and then we'll rate you.
Let me just say real quick, I sent Beeve the link. So this bit he's going to do in the chat all morning, Beeve has the link. I'm just letting you guys know.
I told you not even to waste your time. He's stubborn. You didn't invite him at the appropriate time, so he's going to hold a grudge, and he's not coming.
Just letting the chat know it's a bit. Beeve has the link.
Yeah. A bunch of stale lines today. Interesting. What's up, Quantitative? Good morning. Dude in the orange hat has a
AJ setting the tone.
AJ setting the tone.
That much hate in your heart that early in the morning.
I would say Beeve would be a third option because we got two Ramble guys up here.
Yeah, it's true, Beeve. You're not a second option. You're a third option after MJ and Royal. Now will you come on?
Beeve is the fullback.
That should do the trick.
No, Beeve is the offensive lineman that goes in like the wing formation. All right, let's get into it. We've got Jets Broncos teeing up here at 9:30. We do have some time. I started a few minutes early. This is great. I feel like the tempo and pace is going to be crispy. Everybody, if you're not familiar with Prop Talk, we go through the board, but we want to focus specifically on props in these games. Love touchdown scores. Love anything. Royal's a big defensive guy, which fires me up. MJ, you kind of do a little bit of everything as well. So let's talk Jets Broncos. I'm going to sit this one out. And I know everybody's, oh, dude, you're so soft. You're such a pussy, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I got the Jets on an alt under win total. They're the only team without a win this season. I'm just going to sit and watch the Jets hopefully crash and burn. However, I'm just going to tell you this. I'm getting a weird vibe about this game. The Jets are going to be the Broncos are, I know they were 7 pretty much the majority of the week. It looks like they're down to, you can get 6.5 minus 120. So let's call it 7. They're a firm 7-point favorite. The Denver Broncos. The game is it in London again, or is it in another country this time?
No, London.
Okay, it's in London. The total looks to be about 43.5, which I don't know. I felt like that was maybe a little high, just given that the Jets are so fucking putrid and the Broncos have a really good defense. The Broncos, sorry, MJ, not to bring it up, but they're coming off a big win. I liked your Eagles there. I almost made it my best bet. They come back. They showed heart. They showed fight and resilience. I don't know if this is going to be some kind of slip up or letdown spot for the Broncos, but it would make sense if it was. Can't fathom a lot of people are going to be on the Jets. So I want to go around the room, but if you're going to be on the Jets, how are they winning this game? Because how can they score points against the Broncos defense? Is it going to be a Breece Hall legacy game? Is it going to be Garrett Wilson? I'm curious to find out. Steak, we'll start with you. Do you have a play on a side and total first?
I'll make it really quick. I took the Jets in the over. I do think the line's high, and if the Jets are going to keep it close, believe it or not, I have more faith in them scoring points than I do in them stopping anyone. I don't think they can stop anyone, and I think the Broncos can score on this Jets defense. So I like over 43.5. I like the Jets +7, and I took a little cute parlay, Justin Fields anytime and Troy Franklin anytime.
Okay. Looks like I'm looking at the odds board right now. J.K. Dobbins is going to be your strongest favorite to score a touchdown, even money. Fields is +250, Sutton +160, and Garrett Wilson's 2-1. Royal, I'll go to you first because I'm kind of vaguely remembering. Geeb 12 says Troy Franklin Day. I think you tweeted that you're on Troy Franklin. Is that correct?
Yeah, for prop, that's my favorite one. Yeah.
Okay. So what are you on for Troy?
So I got his receiving yards. I think it was 36.5. I think it's around like 39.5 now. It's kind of like a system versus the Jets, if you will, because Sauce Gardner does shadow the number one in this case, which is Sutton. So if you know the Jets, the cornerback 2 and 3 are pretty bad. Honestly, their defense has been pretty bad since the end of last year and carried into this year with a new scheme too. So I like taking the number 2 receiver against the Jets. And then Franklin matches up really well too, because Jets are like heavy man scheme. And he's been the clear number 2 receiver, most targets aside from Sutton. He actually has the most targets against man coverage too. So he's just kind of the go-to guy when Sutton has a pretty bad matchup.
Yeah, I got your tweet right here that I'm looking at. Over 36.5 receiving yards was -110 on DK. You tweeted that on October 8th. I love that you're in the lab on
try and get him early.
Fucking 4 days ago. Real quick, thank you, Token, for the sub. Carter C, appreciate you. Good morning. I also took the Jets, and I'm ready to feel like a stupid bitch. Yeah, we got a nice little hype train in here. That's the problem.
It's perfectly said.
I think Beef commented it as well. Like I really do. I'm happy to still stay contrarian, still get nasty and get ugly, especially in the NFL. But I'm not a really big fan of the London games in general. I kind of just like to take this time to focus on the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock games. And the last thing I want to do is start to bitch and moan because I played the Jets and I just remember, oh yeah, I think they're going to be miserable, and they continue to be miserable. Well, MJ, do you have anything on this game?
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about it. I think Steak hit the nail on the head with the Jets being the nasty play. I mean, you look at their past few games. I mean, they lose by 3 scores to the Dallas, 2 scores, whatever you want to call it, 6 to Miami. And then you get the Denver Broncos coming off potentially one of their biggest wins of the year. Who knows if they're legitimate or not. But what I saw in that Denver game against the Eagles was Jalen Hurts, usually he's able to be mobile with his legs, especially under pressure. And Denver was creating a lot of it. And he performed poorly against the blitz. I think Justin Fields can have some success on the ground. And I actually like his longest rush. I think that's my favorite prop, 14.5. He went under last week against Dallas. And Royal would know more than me in terms of schemes, but I'm almost positive Denver and Dallas run complete opposites in terms of their secondary and what they're doing up front. So I really like Justin Fields with his legs today. I think Jets are the nasty play on the spread, and I won't harp too much, but Garrett Wilson touchdown has been just free coin every single week too. So don't know if you really turn away from that one either. That he's had 4 in 5 games. So I like one of those 2 guys. Though. Yeah, I know, and that's going to straight people off of him for sure. But he probably
also gives him better odds.
People hate Garrett Wilson every week, I feel like, because he has Justin Fields throwing him the ball, and he seems to find a way in every week.
Yep.
Hey, people forget DJ Moore had that career year with Fields. On the
I did forget that.
I think it was a career year, but it was a very good year, I should say.
Was that a Shane Waldron thing? Who was the offensive coordinator?
No, it was the year before that. Ooh, who was that?
I don't know, but that is that.
We've had way too many OCs.
So the one thing I want to ask you guys, because it sounds like we're okay. So it sounds like we're getting nasty. I don't hate a Justin Fields look at all. I can't fathom that he's going to go out there in another country overseas and light it up with his arm. The box score of the Cowboys game, I think, doesn't really tell the true story, which is hilarious because I know you guys tune into our streams weekly. I don't know how often you do, but we're big QBR guys this year. And do you guys want to take a guess at Justin Fields QBR against the Dallas Cowboys? But before you do, let me just mention he was 32 of 46, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So you'd probably think it's really good. Throw out a number.
No, because it wasn't that all like the fourth quarter.
68.
I'm going to go like 20 something.
24 QBR.
Wow. Yeah. Trust me, I've watched way too much Justin Fields in my life. I know.
Yeah.
I know what the metrics are.
And I just don't think he's fit for a big market either. Like, I just don't really think I think this team would have more success with Tyrod Taylor. 7 carries, 26 yards last game. And come to think of it now, the Jets were a pretty popular, quote unquote sharp play last week that burned everybody. And we do tend to find that the week after these teams come through. That's something I've always liked to keep an eye on. So, all right, don't hate a Jets play.
Haven't seen that much Jets love either. I just want to say, haven't seen that.
I haven't either.
I'd rather back a player on the Jets than the Jets straight up, though. I'm gonna be real.
That's probably smarter.
Who is
it? And the one thing, by the way, T. Kellentone with a subscription, first-time subscriber. Welcome. I don't know if you came over from the Ramble Boys, but appreciate you. Any Mason Taylor thoughts? He said, got to give him some love since he just subscribed. Any Mason Taylor?
He's a beast.
It's been a tight end theme the past couple weeks, so.
I was saying TC is a beast. As far as, because Taylor's been really good, to be honest with you. But I do lean the Jets as well. I really don't know who it's going to be. I really don't. I think it might be the Breece Hall game because I can't vision Fields just tearing it up through the air. I really can't. I'm a little lost on the Jets side.
Isn't it a little interesting? And I know that I'm probably wrong about this, but don't you guys think it's a little interesting that Breece Hall, whose team is a 7-point underdog, so you assume they're going to be trailing all game, has a rush total of 72.5, and J.K. Dobbins, who you assume is going to be carrying the ball bajillion times in the second half because the Broncos will have the lead, has a 63.5 rush total. Like, I'm kind of thinking it might be Breece Hall too.
So I do have to, now that you mentioned the Garrett Wilson thing, it just popped into my head. I can't tell you that I'm the biggest Gavin McHugh content fan, but I have to give him his flowers. I'll give credit when it's due. I'm pretty sure that was like his largest play of the season was over 4.5 touchdown receptions from Garrett Wilson. And it was it was one of those like Alex Caruso's, like, what the fuck is this line? 3 straight games with a reception touchdown, similar to how we played home run bet stake. If a guy had one last week, I don't mind going back to him the following week. So, don't hate that. All right.
And it's kind of contrarian, like Royal said. He's got Surtain on him, so it is kind of contrarian.
Yep. Breece burned TD Betters last week, wouldn't? Oh, yeah. I always like the guys who burn you in a touchdown parlay as well. I like Breece rushing yards. That's the guy that I'll continue to wager. Don't like him in this spot. We can move on. Let's get to 1 o'clock. Here is a very, very interesting game. Yeah. The Cowboys in Charlotte playing the Panthers. And all eyes are on this game, funny enough, because we've got some buzz going for these two stinky-ass teams. Because you got the Panthers are 2-0 at home, 2-0 ATS. Rico Dowdle just had his 206 rushing yard legacy masterclass performance. But on the flip side,
shout out you, by the way, that was awesome.
Javonte Williams, don't give him his flowers too.
I had Javonte Williams in, and I switched it last second. I am a Javonte Williams guy. With my game scripts, he was the first guy right out of the gate, MJ, against your Eagles. I think I took it like first quarter rushing yards. I leaned into Brian Schottenheimer, who I can't tell you that I'm the biggest Schottenheimer guy, but he does like to establish the run and keep a balanced attack offensively. And it's showing that it's helping Dak Prescott a lot. Well, I listen to a lot of sports talk and sports betting talk all week. There have been so many conversations about Dak making sure he gets in that MVP conversation. And he is coming off of a very good game, a very efficient game. The Cowboys scored 37 points in New York. Now they come into Carolina. My first thought in this game is the over is going to be pretty popular. It was at 49, 49.5. And I've said this, there's always in every sport, I look for that game that has the obvious over, and I like to lean under. My recent example was the Colts Rams. That was like a 49.5, 50. That landed 27-20. Those games that you feel like should go over, there's offense, there's first downs, but they just stall out in the red zone. There's penalties or there's turnovers. That's what this game is giving me. It's giving me those vibes. So back-to-back road games for the Cowboys. The Panthers are pretty good at home. I'm kind of cozying up to Carolina here. We'll go around the room and we'll switch it up, but I won't hog the microphone. I'll tell you who I like on the Panthers. MJ, we'll start with you. Do you have anything in this Cowboys-Panthers game?
I'm wondering if George Pickens is just too obvious. That's what I've been asking myself pretty much since I've been looking at this board and looking at this. I mean, McMillan, obviously the touchdown. I mean, that's going to be, I feel like, the Trey McBride of last year in a sense where, everyone's just going to keep rocking with that.
Love that read, by the way. That's a good one.
Hope you're
But what do y'all think of Pickens? I mean, it just seems like it's popping off the board to me. I mean, he's just hasn't been at this line. If we're looking at what he's been putting up, yes, it's different with CD out. He had that crazy game, but coming off a kind of a mid performance against the Jets, who's nothing special defensively this year. 70.5. I mean, Royal, I feel like this is you're usually that guy in terms of wide receivers and knowing when lines are stand outish. I figured you'd be on him, but the fact that you're not kind of worries me, to be honest, because it seems like this is your kind of spot to back him.
Well, I wanna apologize up front too, because the way I talk about props and especially receivers, a lot of coverage talk, so I don't want to be overbearing with it, but I usually only like Pickens versus heavy man teams, like we saw versus the Giants and I'm forgetting the other one he broke. Was it the Jets too? Or was it not the Jets? I'm forgetting. He had two really, really good games, and those were both man heavy.
Packers,
Chicago.
That's what I meant.
Maybe. Or was it? Yeah, was it the Bears actually? I think it was the Bears.
He had 57 and a touchdown against the Jets last week. Only 2 catches.
68 against Chicago too.
Yeah, I think it was Chicago too. Yeah. So yeah, I usually like him in that spot. I mean, I think the Panthers play the most zone. And yeah, JC Horn's pretty good, but it's just tough because he's usually just a deep threat man beater, but with CD down, he kind of has to do it all. So Stig, from fantasy. I mean, Ferguson's just been the main target.
I'm kind of thinking Ferguson might be the guy. I think that might be the guy today.
I got an interesting guy I want to ask Royal about. Ryan Flournoy, this guy that had.
Oh my! Stop, dude. Who is that?
Am I crazy, or does a guy come in that nobody's ever heard of? No offense,
I've never heard of him.
If you told me you've heard of this guy, I don't fucking believe you. How about that? He comes in and has was it 12 catches? I mean, I think that has to be a rookie for your first. I mean,
so I had Shaheed most rushing yards for the slate last week. And it was after the 1 p.m. window, it was a 3-way tie between Flournoy, Shaheed, and Devontae Smith. And I was like, who is Flournoy? I've never seen him. And he caught 2 bombs. I have no idea who he is.
But he didn't just catch bombs. He had a bunch of receptions. And the thing I was thinking is nobody's really talking about him. Is anybody talking about him this week? It's kind of a crazy performance to have for nobody to say a goddamn peep about. And also, how could a performance like that be fluky?
It's not like his line is the same either, Steak. It's 19-33, so it is adjusted. I mean, rightfully so, but it'd be a different story if the books were expecting it, we're saying it was fluky in a sense. I don't think they are.
Yeah, because I've always liked Tolbert. I thought he
how
was
much
kind
higher
of
can you make this guy?
Year 2 or 3 guy, but it seems like he passed him right away.
I had a feeling Steak was going to say Flournoy, and here was my thought process. Where all eyes are on the Rico Dowdle revenge game. Javonte Williams and Rico just had combined almost 400 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens didn't do much, and Ryan Flournoy did. And I think what'll happen is people are probably going to time or try to say, oh, this is the week George Pickens goes off. What if Flournoy just stays being a focal part in the offense? And then talk about an X's and O's. Somebody just said it in the chat. You kind of brought it up, Royal, but JC Horn is likely going to be on Pickens. But I guess they don't play man, so they're playing zone.
I can double check that. Yeah,
okay.
I think they're a heavy zone team.
Well, I won't get too much into the weeds. I was going to say, Steak, I'm with you. Nobody's really talking about this guy. Wouldn't it be funny if we fast forward 2-3 weeks and he's just a dude that every time you look at his, He's getting 80, 90 yards a game. And then it's like, oh, now when CD comes back, what are the Cowboys going to do with Flournoy? I think this guy, and by the way, for people, we brought it up on the stream earlier in the week when we did the recap, just so you know where he's from. He's 25 years old. He's a 6th-round pick. 6th-round pick. 6'1", 200 from Southeast Missouri. So I'm ready to
Southeast Missouri, man.
I'm ready to just say maybe this guy's good, and I don't think anyone's taking him seriously yet. So even though there's an adjustment, I was going to get too cute here. I was going to go longest reception on Flournoy. I'm not ready to say that. I'm not ready to fade Dak. He's a veteran quarterback. He's experienced. I'm not going to say he's due for a bad game, even though I think these offenses could stall out a little bit and not put up a ton of points. And then on the flip side, the only real thought process I had for the Panthers was Bryce Young in the Panthers offense better at home. Why couldn't he carve up the Cowboys defense?
I was about to say, DJ, on that point, have you ever seen Bryce Young at minus money to throw 2 passing touchdowns?
No, I was only thinking yards too. It's funny you say that, but no, I can't
He's
imagine.
minus 105 of the day.
Yeah.
Is 206 weird? I know Token mentioned it's going to be windy, but is 206 a kind of low passing yards total for Bryce Young against the Cowboys? I know that he's not. That's not for a normal game, but playing the Cowboys, I feel like that's kind of low on the passing yards.
Trying to check covers. They usually have like a list of the pass props.
They played Miami, who's at 209, but you are right. I mean, you could argue that it should be low teens sake for sure.
Bryce Young, in just my experience with Bryce Young, when you look at his stats, you don't often see him in the 200s. So Steak, just for contents on what he's done this year, how many times out of 5 games do you think he's thrown over 200 passing yards?
Not many, but yeah, exactly. I knew it wasn't much. I just thought it was interesting because Justin Fields threw for 280 on this defense. I understand most of it was in garbage time, but still interesting.
And the weather is real. Like we're all on the East Coast. I don't know how Florida is, but we're getting like 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts here in the Northeast. Yeah. I guess there's a storm out there. So yeah, I'm going to stay off scoring, but I'm still okay with passing. So even though it'll be windy and whatnot. Okay. Let's keep moving. The touchdown -1.5 touchdowns is, do we all like the Panthers, by the way? Last around the horn.
Yeah, I lean them. Yeah.
Yep. Steak.
I don't like a side, to be honest.
You don't like a side. Okay.
I can't bet the Panthers.
Yep, that's fair. All right. Well, this was my best bet. We'll talk Arizona and Indianapolis. But I got to tell you, Greg and Steak and I were texting, like, what do we do with this game? Because I really like Kyler as a road dog. And it's not Kyler, it's Jacoby Brissett. But at the same time, I'm still comfortable taking a backup quarterback. I like it. And so far, what have we seen when backup quarterbacks come in? Well, Marcus Mariota won and covered his first game against the Raiders. You had Tyrod Taylor, almost won and covered. Yep, you have Mac Jones. I'm okay with it, especially a vet. Carson Wentz, came in with the Vikings. I'm okay with the first game. It's if they win and do well, then I don't want to go to them the second game. So would it be my best bet? In all honesty, absolutely not. But I'm still going to take the Arizona Cardinals. And I'll be quick on this one. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to Indianapolis, where Marvin Harrison, his dad, was a legend wide receiver. I don't think he's played in Indianapolis before. I could be wrong on that, but I'm going to go ahead and lean into it. He is my weekly specials masterclass, most receiving yards leader. I
haven't heard anyone talk about that.
Dude, I almost tweeted MJ. I'm like, I was going to tweet Marvin. I may still do it. It's like Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to play where his dad was a legend, and it's like, no, none of you care. I haven't heard a fucking peep about it. And you know what it reminds me of?
That.
I didn't even think of that.
Nobody talked about Saquon Barkley going back to New York last year, and I was like, is anybody going to fucking bet this guy? It's not a revenge game. It's a little bit different, but I haven't heard the narrative once, so I'm leaning into it. Fuck it. I don't care.
I love that.
I don't care if Betting Queen ends up
tweeting
that she's on it. I'm going to be on Marvin Harrison Jr. straight over yards. I'm going to alt it, and he is my weekly specials most receiving yards leader at 33-1.
I love it. That's awesome.
All right. Royal, you got anything? Or MJ, go ahead. You got something in this game?
I just want to – I don't know if it's worth fading the Colts, man, going forward. I'm talking spread-wise. And I actually like Michael Carter a lot in this game. The reason why looking at the Colts and looking at the Cardinals have been one of the worst teams rushing the ball. They've averaged the most pass attempts per game. With Jacoby Brissett in, I think it's going to change a little bit. And I actually like Michael Carter a lot. His line's at 55.5. I don't think you can make it much higher. And the Colts defense hasn't been good against decent teams in terms of the run game. They've played some bad teams as of late that have kind of boosted their stats, in my opinion, like Tennessee, like the Raiders, and Ashton Gentry's great, but look at that game. I mean, they scored 6 points. Offense wasn't doing anything. I think that metric for the Colts and how good their rushing defense looks on paper is a little bit skewed. And I think it's the same way with Arizona, with how bad their rushing attack was. I think James Conner being out is a major factor to that. If you looked last year, I'm pretty sure they were a top 10 offense in terms of rushing the ball. Correct me if I'm wrong, Roll. You know better than anybody in terms of the Cardinals.
Yeah, they were top 3, I think.
But I think it's just a matter of averaging out to means here with Michael Carter. So I'll be on his over yards today. But I like the Cardinals, but I just don't know if it's worth fading the Colts. But for that reason, I like Michael Carter. So
very fair. Royal, you co-sign that?
Well, I just need to make an announcement first. I'm not the guy that made the Cardinals thread. That was not me. Just had to throw that out there. Yeah, no, it's been, that loss was that was painful. I'm staying away from this team, but I am gonna take a look at this game after this because I was waiting to see the QB situation because it makes me lean probably McBride in some fashion or even Marv, just because Kyler runs all the time. Brissett is not doing that, so I think there's going to be a lot more targets to receivers. I just didn't know which one. I do like your look on Marvin. I honestly didn't even put that together. And he looked great last week until they fell apart. But he looked as advertised, drafted, number 3 overall. That's what he looked like last week until the wheels fell off. So I do lean them in some fashion. I really feel like it can't get much nastier. They just lost to the Titans. Now they're on the road to the Colts, who've been one of, an unstoppable force, if you will. So I do lean them in some fashion, but I did have Jonathan Taylor last week, who is also due. So it kind of scares me that he might have one of those like 200, rushing and receiving yard games. So I do lean him in some fashion.
The only backup QB play that hasn't hit was Ravens. That was the only one. Every other person, well, at least the first game. I like
Brissett. I think DGen kind of nailed it. Like, he's a vet. Like, you just trust. He doesn't force too much. He doesn't really make mistakes. He's just not very good. That's the problem.
I was listening to Steak earlier. I was listening to Steak and y'all talk earlier about this game in the week. You really think people like Jacoby Brissett, Steak?
No, but I think people really hate Kyler Murray. And that's what I was going to reference is fair. I like betting backup quarterbacks, but I don't like betting backup quarterbacks when people are excited the starter's not playing. Like, nobody's excited that Lamar Jackson isn't playing, but people were kind of excited Justin Fields wasn't playing. People are excited Kyler Murray's not playing. So that's the only reason I can't really get behind it. I agree with what you said about Michael Carter, though. Like, they're in the funniest position you could be in. Like, how the fuck did Michael Carter become a workhorse running back? The things that needed to happen. James Conner and Trey Benson had to get hurt. Kyler Murray had to be out of this game. Amari DiMarcado had to be the stupidest guy ever. And now all of a sudden it's just Michael Carter and Bam Knight. But, like, how's it not Michael Carter? I think the only reason you don't want to take him is because you think the Colts could be up 14-0 quick in this game. I'm with you.
I just don't think it's going to be the same script of what we saw pretty much belt to ass the entire game against the Raiders. I just don't think that's how this game is going to play out on paper. Most people, I think, will see it that way. So the spread is fair too. I mean, we got to remember, I think this line opened 4.5, 5.5 with Kyler being projected to be in. Obviously moved to 7.5 with the Brissett news, and then moved to 10.5 with everybody hammering the Colts. I just think we got the best number possible with Arizona right now, and the value's there with them. So
can't disagree.
I don't usually do this, but that's a good middle right there.
I think that genuinely happens. Like, if the early number bettors with the Colts probably win, and the late bettors with the Cardinals win.
Dude, Adam's got picks. We forgot who I picked for a touchdown score parlay or contest. You never DM me. Not that it's your fault, but we had to go.
Adam picks. You're now his partner next week.
You're my partner next week. I had to pick someone on the fly because I have no idea who the fuck I picked. So you're my partner next week. But on that note, I'm absolutely playing Brian Thomas Jr. his first reception touchdown today.
Yeah, now he's going to score. Yeah, 100%.
GG. Oh my God! And Adam's got picks. Gave 5 sub banks. Adam, thank you. I'm gonna have to make it up to you. You know what? We're just gonna fucking come on playback. How about that? I'll make it up to you by coming on playback. Dead Press Carter with a sub, 19 months. Barty Bart, B Kelly, appreciate you, Matt, with a new follow. Can we? Yeah, he literally just scored. I'm absolutely taking that. Yep.
Yeah, too.
Can we is there a mod in chat? Can we give Ramble a shout out too? Make sure you guys are following. They'll be live after this. We'll go ahead and rate them. Yep, we'll be watching Red Zone all day. Okay, I got to work today, but on a slower day, I will come on and play back. I really do apologize on that. Definitely scoring thanks. I already read that. Okay, I'm with you guys. I think we're all on the same page there. And Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Carter. Let's keep moving on to 1 o'clock slate. If you haven't gotten your Jets bets in, feel free to do so now. Looks like the game's starting up here any minute. Here's another fun one. Can't believe I'm saying this. Saints hosting the Patriots. I don't know where you guys stood on the Patriots hype coming into the season. Steak and I were going to fade it, if anything. Steak, I don't think you ended up fading the Patriots. I think Greg actually did. I'm ready to admit it. They got a quarterback. They got a quarterback. Drake May looks really good. I've totally forgot Josh McDaniels is their offensive coordinator, unless I got sent-held. He's a guy that's just the typical NFL bullshit, regurgitating the same people. But good for him. Maybe he's just one of those dudes, better fit for a coordinator than a head coach. I don't know that I want to go near the Patriots prop-wise for anybody except Drake May. I've actually played him once on his passing yards against Miami. It hit. And I think, I don't have his game log in front of me. I'll pull it up. I think he just continues to go over it. I think Drake May passing yards are something that just continue to hit. They're coming off of a huge win. Some would call it their Super Bowl. But they've also looked good back-to-back weeks. That win, the fashion in which they won against the Panthers was huge. I said it. It can't be a 42-35 win. It was a 42-13 or whatever. That was big. That's what you need from a Vrabel coach team. But it's a tough spot. After Buffalo, you go to this weird place in New Orleans, and the Saints are 3.5-point dogs. I don't know if we're getting duped here. Oh, my God. Are you serious? They have – oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I looked at past results. I thought they had Buffalo again. No, they have at New Orleans and at Tennessee. Two really weird games for the Patriots. I'm ready to get contrarian if it is contrarian, but I'm going with the Saints here. I like the value on their offense. It's been feisty. Spencer Rattler's been a better quarterback than I expected. And my touchdown scorers in this game. Where the fuck has Alvin Kamara been? Haven't seen him. Haven't seen him. MIA. They're getting Kendre Miller more involved. Shout out Steak. He pointed out that it was weird that he had a 32.5 rushing prop, I think, last week, and he went over that. He ended up with 40 yards. But I don't know. I don't know that he's just like they're just going to let him start to die off and replace him. He's got to do something. I don't know if he's hurt, and I think he's going to do it this week. This is going to be a game. You're not going to beat the Patriots with fluke guys or no names. You're going to beat them with your horses. And I'm here to put my money behind Alvin Kamara still having some horse in him. So he is my touchdown scorer today, official in the contest, plus 155. And I like the Saints in this game. Steak, we'll start with you because we'll switch it up.
Well, I'll just admit it. I'm in love with Drake May. I just think he's about to be the next superstar quarterback in the pause, but yeah, I am. I be the next quarterback in the NFL. I really do. I think he's got all the right fucking tools and attitude and temperament, everything about him. But I think this game, I kind of think it'd be funny if Bills Patriots go under on primetime and Saints Patriots go over at 1 p.m. for no reason at all. And
weirdest total of the board.
Yeah, it's just strange. 45.5. I don't think anyone's thinking they want to slam this over with at Saints. And I like Drake May rushing. I like Drake May over 25.5 rushing yards, and I like Drake May anytime touchdown plus 240. I think that's a shit ton of value, and I don't really trust the receivers. Diggs kind of had his coming out party, but to me, Stephon Diggs is absolutely the guy who shows up in primetime against the Bills because he wants to give that interview at the end of the game, and he wants the spotlight. But 1 p.m. against the Saints, do I think Stephon Diggs will have 11 catches for 140 yards? No, absolutely not. Hunter Henry after that is probably the most reliable guy. Jets scoop fumble. Oh, shit. Sorry.
I was checking to see if it wasn't Franklin. Is it Franklin?
I'm pulling this shit up. God, I hope not. But anyways, yeah, Drake May anytime over 25.5 rushing yards and over 45.5 for the game. We're saying it was Franklin. Holy fuck. I got to pull this game up.
Oh, I will.
DJ, you're muted.
Monday.
You're muted, DJ.
I don't know why I'm muted. I never mute. I think that might be incomplete.
Someone in the chat.
Please tell me.
What? I mean, I don't know that he ever really had possession. Wow, the Jets offense is on the field.
If I make noise, it's my YouTube TV. Ignore it. I'll mute it.
Oh my God, they're running.
Nah, not making any noise.
I honestly, well, maybe you got some receiving yards at least.
Yeah, look on the bright side.
Well,
bro.
he's gonna get benched for the whole game now.
There is nothing worse, man, than that happening.
Man.
Nothing worse.
I think Steak made
ahead.
a good point about the total, though. This is the weirdest total on the board, in my opinion. 45.5 for the Saints and the fucking Patriots. And you're going to tell me that Drake May and Stephon Diggs went absolutely nuclear in a primetime matchup versus the Bills, and Drake May didn't have a single passing touchdown. I mean, that's a little strange. I like his passing touchdowns today. If you want to back the Patriots, I think that's how you do it. minus 110. He was plus 125 and higher in all other games this year. So it's telling me that Patriots probably be trailing, weirdly enough. And I think you're right with the Saints. I don't know if I want to get gross enough to back them, but does anybody think the Saints can be competitive in back-to-back games? I mean, probably not. Yes, they beat the Giants, but the Giants are becoming one of the trendiest kind of underdog teams this year with Jackson Dart and Scatabo. So I think that win looks pretty impressive. So I think the line makes sense. Drake May's been balling. The Patriots kind of look coming to form, if you will, in terms of their offense. That's kind of been the problem for them as of late. But 2-0 in the road is also scary, right? You go into Buffalo, you win. You go into Miami, you win. You go into New Orleans and you expect to, walk away with a dub too. Be funny enough if the Saints strung together 2 wins. So,
Royal, you got anything?
Yeah, nothing too official. This is a tough one because I do lean the Saints as well. I still think the Patriots are like a year 2 team / like end of season type of click when Vrabel gets his guys. But I had it last week. I lean Rashid Shaheed again. I mean, this is another decently heavy man team. You got to think Gonzo is going to be on Olave or near him just because how good he is. But Rashid Shaheed, I mean, he's just one of the best deep threats in the league. He's been getting open pretty much every game. I just wish there was some more targets for him. I had him last week. He had like 100 at half. He got 1 more catch, maybe 2 targets the whole second half. So I just wish he had a bigger role because he is super talented and it's just fun to watch, honestly. But yeah, I really like that at 19.5. I might run right back to it. And they're at home too. Like, we know that dome is usually buzzing. So
yeah, there is a concern where do I want to bet on the Saints after they just won? I think that was Spencer Rattler's first career win.
It was, yeah.
But then I also wonder who is taking the Saints to win back-to-back games, especially against the Patriots. Field goal good for the Jets, 3-0.
Yeah, everybody watched that Patriots-Bills game too. So
Yep. Someone DM'd me, by the way. I don't know. This is so funny how people have so many different ways of communicating during a live stream. Put your fucking comments in the chat, Mr. Detroit Lion Man. Thank you very much for this, though. He said, unless he wants to be incognito, then my bad. But I assume that's not your name. Look ahead. Vrabel, revenge game. He goes to Tennessee next week. Good narrative. Totally forgot about it. Steak, was this a map play from Greg?
I think it was a map play for Greg. I get it, but I don't know. Looking ahead to the
I don't know about look ahead. Yeah. Maybe a Vrabel personal look ahead.
Sure. Okay.
Need a new name for a Vrabel like calendar spot. I don't know.
All right. Next game up. I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this because I think early in the week, Steak and I kind of differed on the total here with the Chargers in Miami. So looks like I think the Chargers opened 4.5. They got down, I believe, to 3.5. Yeah, they're 3.5 right now. So a little money coming in on Miami. Everybody's injured. I'm sorry, every team's dealing with injuries. But we know the Chargers, if you don't know already, are dealing with some very significant ones because Slater's out, Alt's out. Now Amari and Hampton's out. One of the things
out this week. Is that official?
Yeah, please somebody correct me. C Funk with a new follow. What's up, C Funk and Matt 123? How are you? Sorry, 1.
What up, C Funk?
Do me a favor. Yeah, please double check that. I don't think he's playing. Okay. But what I wanted to lean into and what I have successfully leaned into is fading this Miami Dolphins run defense. We said it coming into the season. Like, I'm just not impressed or intimidated by any of these names on this defense. Like fucking Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. Like, give me a break. These guys aren't dogs. Maybe they're talented, but they're not dogs. And also, you know what? Maybe the blame isn't on them. Maybe it's this fucking defensive coordinator that the Dolphins hired. I think that was it like Zach Orr or something? Was that who it was?
They've been horrible.
Or Anthony Weaver.
They're allowing 100. They're almost allowing 200 yards a game.
Yeah,
on the ground.
Yeah, Bummy. So here's where I'm at. What I wanted to do, I did a 180 on this. What I wanted to do was lean into the running game, but I got to tell you, I don't know who the fuck Vidal is, and I don't know shit about Haskins. I just really don't. So why am I going to try to pick the right guy? Maybe it could be a little bit of both of them. I don't know, but I'm here to tell you this run defense is terrible. With that said, I'm going to lean into the Herbert masterclass game. He is my most passing yards leader because I'm starting to wonder, even though I think the rush defense is vulnerable for Miami, I'm still starting to think that they might just go in there and sling it. Nothing about this Dolphins defense is scary. I think Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, and Ladd are all good to go. I think this could be a game where we see Herbert have 350 plus passing yards. And Steak, I won't steal your thunder, but there's a guy you like to catch those passes, I believe, who might be your masterclass guy. So I like the over. I thought this was going to be a bit of a shootout, but I think Steak ended up liking the under. I'll hand it off to you, Steak. What do you like for this game?
I think everybody likes what I like, to be fair. I don't think it's anything sneaky about saying that we like Ladd McConkey. I like Ladd McConkey. I specifically like Ladd McConkey receptions, but I do think it's Ladd day. The Chargers are getting absolutely fucked with injuries. Losing Rashawn Slater, then having Joe Alt be able to move over to left tackle and kind of make it everything okay was nice. Then they lose Joe Alt too. Then they lose Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton. And now Quentin Johnston, who's having a fucking breakout year. Quentin Johnston looks like the fucking man. It feels like Brian Thomas and Quentin Johnston fucking switch bodies. And now he's out too. And I do think that's too many injuries to overcome. I think uninjured, this is one of the best football teams in the league. I really do. But they're playing the Dolphins. And I think if you could if there's a team you could put together a makeshift offensive line and a makeshift group of running backs, it's the Miami Dolphins. So I like the Chargers in this game. I agree with your take about Justin Herbert. I like Ladd McConkey receptions. That's my favorite wager. And then why not? I feel like everybody's been waiting for this Arondé Gadsden breakout, right? And now seems like if there's ever going to be a time, it would be now. I see his props at 23.5. If I'm being honest, that feels kind of high.
I agree. That's who I was looking at.
Royal, you like Gadsden?
Yeah. So I actually, it's a funny story. I'll try and keep it quick. One of my best friends is like a huge Syracuse guy. And then I guess that's where Gadsden's from. Yeah. So we did like a dynasty startup league this year, and it's like we need to get him. He's such a hardball guy. He's gonna fit right in. He just needs a chance. And like he kind of broke out, if you will, like pretty quick, or just completely like took over the tight end room. So I do lean him. I've kind of been waiting for the matchup. I think you're right, Steak. I'll confirm after this, but this defense is atrocious. It really is. I did like A-Chain on the other side because Chargers typically play like a deeper zone. So like that works really well with dump offs and like Malik Washington type players. So I couldn't pick between them, but I do like A-Chain to like hit a long pass, if you will, or a dump off to go far. So those are my two favorite looks right now. I do like Ladd. I was waiting for the QJ news. So is he definitely out at seeing?
I just don't see any props for him, but I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't either. It's so annoying how it's like 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. whatever it is. So I guess we'll wait on that. But yeah, I do like Gadsden and A-Chain. Gadsden's like he's kind of like Kyle Pitts-ish, if you will. He's just like freakishly athletic for a tight end and for someone who's like 6'5", 6'6". So I do like him a lot. They just got to get him. I'm not sure, maybe the right matchup, but he looks pretty good.
Yep, Adam's got picks. It felt telling Ladd has a higher line than Keenan for the first time. Yep. Good morning, Danny Bonaducci. MJ, you got anything in Chargers Dolphins?
Yeah, I mean, me being a total guy, first thing I saw, Chargers under in 4 straight, Dolphins over in 4 straight. Instantly my team total brain goes to the Chargers team total 24 after going under in 2 straight, scoring 10 points against Washington. That's the first thing I go to. And then, obviously the contrarian brain kicks in where you're like, how obvious is that? Miami's been so dog shit. They've allowed more than that in pretty much every game except one, other than the Jets game. So I'm worried in that fashion. If I probably take a bet in this game on terms of a side or total, it'd be the Chargers TT. But yeah, I agree with you. It's got to be Ladd or one of the wide receivers for the Chargers. It's just a matter of who. I also like Herbert's passing touchdowns 1.5 over. I think he's under in 3 straight weeks. Just seems like the perfect matchup for him to go over that. So maybe not the team total. Maybe that's the more obvious look and take Herbert on the touchdowns. So
I love it.
I'll figure it out.
I thought about making this the highest scoring game of the week too, which is another weekly special that I like to play. What's up, Joey Dumps? Good morning, Kyle. Buddy Kyle's in here. MJ and Royal look dialed. They are dialed. Kyle is our golf guy, Brian K's friend. He's a very sharp, smart, analytical dude. Big with the props, big with fantasy football, low key on fire. Yep. Great dudes up here. What's up, Time and Jay? Good morning. I did want to point out, I didn't realize this. Rasul Douglas, if anybody gives a shit about PFF, I'm on the depth chart for the Miami Dolphins. Rasul Douglas is 8th out of 102 cornerbacks. Minka Fitzpatrick is 14th out of 79 safeties. So I guess those guys might be playing well. Outside of that, though, Trader Jr., Davis, and Jones are all in the bottom tier, like 74 of 79. And Trader doesn't even have a ranking. So these back end guys look susceptible. And again, Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips, who I don't respect at all. Chubb, 94th out of 108th rushers. Phillips, 70th out of 108th. These guys
I really thought Bradley Chubb was like Von Miller 2.0 coming out. Hand up, I'll admit.
Don't disagree.
I thought he was, yeah.
Did that total pick like
up? 4th, right? Like, man.
Was it 43.5 or am I tripping on that? Did it just tick up to 44.5?
Are you talking about Miami Chargers? The game total?
Yeah.
I
could have sworn it was at 43.
On FanDuel, it stayed 43.5, but I'm not sure about elsewhere.
What book did you see?
I'm seeing it at 44.5 pretty much.
Oh, yeah. DraftKings.
Everywhere. Yeah. It's moving up.
44.5.
It looks like the under is pretty popular, too, from a splits perspective.
This is funny. So, I say this jokingly, but we are a syndicate. And people watching are whales, and they move the line. They do it with your stream as well. We're not the only ones.
Ramble Saturdays. I've been saying that for 2 years.
Ramble on occasion.
Yeah. Big 57-yard field goal made for the Broncos. Good for your over stake. 3-3. So okay. We can move on from this one.
I would love to bring up the weekly specials too, DGen, to just see how they relate to some of these games coming up too, like highest scoring game and where they're ranked, in terms of.
Yeah, I should probably pull those up so we can.
Hey, the ones that have my attention so far for highest scoring games: Saints, Patriots, and then now it sounds like maybe Chargers, Dolphins.
Those are the two I want to take too.
Yeah, I think DJ nailed. I think this is Herbert's week. Honestly, the more I think about it, two straight losses, right?
And I'm not a Herbert guy, and I want to back
on
him.
the road too.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to get talk about that. Zig, zig, zag, zag. I'm all over the Browns today. We'll get to it. All right. Let's keep moving here. I feel like tempo and pace is pretty good. Oh, look at that. It's the next fucking game. Next game, Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gentlemen, I'll tell you what I've heard all week. This game looks like it's 6. The Steelers opened 4.5, and they got bet up. And if you listen to Derek Stevens, guy who runs Circa, Jeff Benson, or any other bookmaker out there, the Sharps love the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why do they love the Pittsburgh Steelers? Well, there's a clip out there of Mike Palm talking about this is the worst scheduling spot in the history of the NFL. I'm not here to tell you he's wrong, because it is an atrocious spot for the Cleveland Browns. They got absolutely fucked. They have to go. Let's see. They are on the road. This is the 3rd straight road game. They went to Detroit. They played Minnesota overseas. Then they come back with no bye week, and they don't even just play a regular football game. They play a divisional football game in the AFC North on the road in Pittsburgh, and they have a rookie quarterback making their second start. So you're probably going to say, wow, I love the Steelers today. You're with the Sharps. I'm not telling you the Sharps aren't going to win and calling this any sort of trap. I'm here to tell you I'm taking the Cleveland Browns because I don't fucking fear Aaron Rodgers enough to respect him to beat anybody by 6 points. I know he beat the vaunted Vikings defense, whatever. I know he beat the Patriots on the road 21-14. The Patriots had 5 turnovers. The Browns defense is for real. It's 6 weeks into the season? They're not giving up yet. Sorry, they're not. If anything, I like the switch at quarterback. A little bit of a goalie change. Sucks they lost and failed to cover that game against the Vikings last week. I don't think they're going to come in here with their heads down and ready to just fucking roll over. No. Aaron Rodgers off a bye, didn't play any football last week. Oh, he's rested. He's this, he's that. Fuck that. He's old. He's washed. He can't move. And he is going to be in the death chamber today. Okay. And I think that the Browns are going to suffocate the Pittsburgh Steelers. DK ain't doing shit. Jalen Warren's back. That's cute. He's going to have 37 rushing yards tops. And I think Aaron Rodgers is maybe going to be lucky. maybe going to be lucky to have 160 passing yards. So Dylan Gabriel in this Browns offense isn't going to need to do much. That's what I think. And if I had to give you a prop in this game, give me Harold Fannin. I don't know why I can't get his fucking name out of my head, but I love the Cleveland Browns because I'm fading the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And let's get this out of the way too. Everyone hates Dylan Gabriel. Type a 1 in chat if you think Dylan Gabriel is a bad quarterback. I mean, let's just see something real quick. And I think, honestly, I was impressed by that game. I think it's a weird situation for him to have his first start internationally against the Vikings, who are no slouch defensively. And I want to back Cleveland, not to mention, look at the teams they faced on the road and look at the margin of victory that they've experienced. Detroit, they lost by 24. Baltimore lost by 20 plus. See, nobody likes Gabriel in chat. And
no, you're right.
And there's a lot to like about the Steelers too. They haven't had a healthy defense all year. I think that's why you've seen them be lackluster compared to what we see Pittsburgh defenses usually look like. I've listened to a podcast recently, a Pittsburgh one. All their guys, for the most part, are back who have been missing from these early weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Browns just to cover. I think they might fuck around and win this game on a late field goal. I don't think they dominate in any fashion, but I think it's defensive. And I'll take the 6 with Cleveland. So,
Royal.
Yeah, I like Jerry Jeudy a lot in this one. Production and results have not been there. If you guys remember last year, he had a career year. He's still very, very talented. He's getting open. And Steelers are a heavy man coverage, cover 3 team, which is just what Jeudy typically destroys. And he's gotten 5+ targets in every game. I think Gabriel will look to, the clear wide receiver 1 early and often, as well as Fannin too. I did like Fannin. I went back and forth between those two, but I just feel like Jeudy needs to have that big game aside from week 2 or 3. And I think it's today, because I do agree, like, it is a bad spot, but the Steelers defense is getting torched by wide receivers, especially wide receiver 1. So I definitely think they'll connect on a bomb, and hopefully I don't have a repeat of last time. Against the Lions, I took Jerry Jeudy, 47.5 yards. After the first drive, he had 48 yards.
Oh,
didn't touch, never got another look again, and so many people lost. So hopefully we don't get that again, but I do love him today.
Steak, where are you at now on a Sunday morning with your Pittsburgh Steelers?
None of you guys talked about the real premier matchup of this game, which is TJ Watt versus Myles Garrett, and they're both minus money to get a stack. I don't pitch defensive props much, but that's an absolute fun one. I think for the most part, the only thing you guys didn't mention that I would mention, 77.5 is crazy for Quinshon Judkins. Not that he doesn't deserve that line, but that's a high ass total for a guy making his 3rd start. I mean, Quinshon Judkins is the fucking man. It's interesting to think that his prop would be this high in a game with a 38 total. He probably goes over it. He ran all over the Vikings. They were a pretty bad holding call away from him having like 160 yards and a touchdown. If we're being honest, I think he still had over 100. He's the fucking man. And for the most part, I agree with what Royal said. First game for Dylan Gabriel, it was a tight end game. He threw touchdowns to Harold Fannin and Njoku, I'm pretty sure. I feel like half of his yards went to those guys as well. I could see game 2 being more getting the wide receivers the ball, which obviously you think Jerry Jeudy first because Cedric Tillman's injured, and I don't know if Isaiah Bond has made a name.
I do like Bond.
Yeah, I like all the Browns receivers, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
And Dylan Gabriel, he did more good than bad, man. He gets a lot of hate. Yep. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I was a fan or ever thought he was going to be good. He wasn't like a fucking world beater by any means, but he did way more good than bad in a weird game against a defense that's only known for blitzing every fucking play. And I liked more of what I saw than I didn't. I don't really love this side, though. I'll ride with DJ on the Browns if that's how it goes down. But, yeah, favorite bet, honestly, is a little parlay of Garrett and TJ Watt sacks. I think they're going to be going after each other.
Love Myles Garrett, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I'm only wondering, and Steak, you do a good job. MJ, I know you're a totals guy. Steak, you do a good job of just like talking me off certain bets that I like that make a lot of sense and bringing out that aspect of it and saving me money. But you did this recently when I was like, oh, I like the Saints lowest scoring team against Robert Saleh's defense, and you were like, no, I got a weird feeling that game goes over, and it did. It was 26-21. Saved me there. I was thinking about Steelers lowest scoring team today. They're 22-1. So do you think, I mean, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams ahead of them. Do you think that that's weird?
I got
Bengals, Cardinals. No, there's a lot of bad teams and backup quarterbacks, I guess. That should.
Where do the Browns sit in that category?
Browns are second at 6-1.
Right.
I think that kind of makes sense, though, right?
That makes
Because
sense.
Steelers
Yeah,
getting healthy on defense
makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I might lean. I don't know. I might lean into it. I'll look like a buffoon. I'll look like an idiot. I think Will was in here earlier saying, DJ, you're going to lose coin on the worst organization in sports. I'm not here to argue that they're a terrible organization because they are, but I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe the Bengals might be a little bit worse. Toasty with a sub. Appreciate you. Dumps, give out a sub as well. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, thanks to Ramble for making the time. We'll raid them after this, and they'll be talking ball all the way up until kickoff, or almost all the way up until kickoff. Okay, let's keep moving here. So Jerry Jeudy, and then I'm gonna play Fannin to score a touchdown, I think. All right, what game do we have next? Oh God, it's a game that I can't go anywhere near because I can't get a fucking read on these Jacksonville Jaguars. But man, this oddly feels like the game of the 1 p.m. slate. Not the game of the day because that's Bucks Niners. But Seattle on the road. 1 point favorite. Why you got that stupid smirk on your face, Steak?
Because the Niners don't have any of their fucking guys again. So we got Mac Jones.
Oh, the Bucks do?
Well, whatever. I'm not going to argue with you. They don't. You're right. The Bucks don't have their guys either.
Listen, Steak. I'm gonna let you start this one off because you've been a Jags guy, and I actually appreciate that you've been a Jags guy. I'm becoming a Jags guy. It's just hard because there's still that part of me. I'm sorry that I do this, but I'm not going to be that guy like Cornfields, who we like, but says, "Oh, the Bucks won 3 games by a combined 5 points. They're frauds." No. I like teams that win dirty, win nasty, win tough and gritty. That says a lot about a team. You know, you don't have to always be the better team to win football games. But fuck, man, the Chiefs could have and probably should have won that game.
Right?
They didn't. Jags made plays. 98-yard pick six. Recovered from fumbling into the end zone. You know, they got fucked too. What a drive at the end of the game. What a dot by Trevor Lawrence to Brian Thomas Jr. on that final drive. I mean, unbelievable playmaking from the guy like Trevor Lawrence and a young first-time head coach in Liam Cohen. I can't tell if people are warming up to the Seahawks or warming up to the Jaguars more, but I'll tell you what the money loves. The money likes Seattle here. The pros, the sharps, they love them. This opened a pick. It's up to 1.5, and in the VSiN circuit contest, the Seahawks are one of the most popular plays today. Not as a survivor, just a bet. You make 5 bets on the spread. I can't believe it. I can't believe the Jags are still getting disrespected like that. I ain't putting my money against this team. I think I saw Beeve, I don't know if he's still in here, say, "Do you co-sign on the Seahawks team total?" No, I don't.
I like the under in this game.
Yeah,
I think TC nailed it. It's just Sam Darnold's playing light. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, DJ.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna hand this off, but I was gonna say I just think it might be a pretty bad spot. And we talk about this. Seahawks traveling cross country after a 38-35 game against the Bucks, and the Jags have now played a stretch of opponents and defenses of the Houston Texans, the San Francisco 49ers, the Kansas City Chiefs. Now they got to play Mike McDonald and the Seahawks. I don't think I like points or the over in this game, so I wouldn't co-sign that, but I don't have a winner. Steak, I'll let you slurp the Jags, and then we'll hand it off to the Ramble guys.
I'm jagging off, dude. Come on. Everybody wants the fucking Colts to win this division. I'm still on the Jags. And guess what? They're getting fucking disrespected again. Big surprise. There's just a lot to like about the Seahawks, even in a loss. But I don't think it sounds fun to get into a track meet with Baker Mayfield in Seattle, then travel to fucking Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. And all I heard about the Jags win, which by the way is on a short week against the Chiefs. All I heard was that they got lucky. Trevor Lawrence gets stepped on by his right guard, gets up and scores a touchdown. They're calling it the slip six. I didn't hear anyone. No one's impressed with Trevor Lawrence. They're in the chat right now telling you that Sam Darnold is way better than Trevor Lawrence, which is totally fine because I don't really give a shit. I think the thing about the Seahawks that's so disrespected is his defense is fucking nasty. Mm-hmm. And I think it's much better than the Bucks. I do not like the Bucks secondary. They piss me off on a weekly basis. And I do not think Sam Darnold has the same success at home versus the Bucks secondary in Jacksonville against this fucking very opportunistic Jags defense. Also, I think it's Travis Etienne Day over 60.5 and a touchdown. He's who I like the most in this game. But yeah, I will take the Jags. I'll keep taking the Jags. I don't give a fuck.
Who are they out, by the way? Are they out?
Witherspoon and Love.
Oh my God.
Both of them?
both of
I
them?
believe so. Let me double check.
Oh yeah, whoever said Brian Thomas Day, I agree with that too.
I don't know why the Sharks
Woolen's
would
out.
get
Loves
Seattle.
him.
Love is doubtful, and then Witherspoon. I thought he got ruled out, but he's showing doubtful too, and Woolen's already out. So
Well, Woolen stinks. Seahawks fans hate him, so maybe that's a good
True.
thing. He's out.
I'm just so used to his rookie year, honestly.
Royal, I know, me too. I want to ask you, obviously, your thoughts on this game, but on because you're more of a defensive guy. We didn't talk about this with the Browns, but they made a trade. They traded Tyson Campbell for Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
I was actually going to bring that up during the Browns game because you were like, I don't think the Browns are giving up. No, that trade was like that Browns trade was like an awesome trade for them. Essentially, it was literally just like both teams, to be honest with you.
Both teams.
Well, I thought it was great for the Jags, right? That was crazy.
Yeah, it was literally just like a scheme switch. That's all it was. Like the guy that the Browns got, Tyson Campbell, right?
Yeah.
He's a very good man corner, but the Jaguars are running like the most zone, and then vice versa. Newsom's not really a man guy; he's a zone guy. So they literally just like swapped corners. Like, hey, this guy's better for you. He's better for us. Let's do it. That was pretty much it. So I do agree with Steak big time though. Like the Jags they play hard. That defense is disgusting. They're a very good team. I also am a Trevor Lawrence doubter. That's my one like issue with this team because I'm very, very impressed with Cohen, like big time. Especially like how this started. Like I thought it was doomed to fail. Like he was again like ghosting the Bucs. I thought that was very weird. It's just a bad spot for the Jags. That's all it is. I can't take the Seahawks. I do lean them with missing again like their whole secondary for the most part. So I do like Darnold. I do think he's significantly better. He's playing lights out. I wish they had better weapons for him because it's kind of just him and JSN, but I do lean them here, but I can't do it without that secondary because that's what makes the Seahawks so great, in my opinion, is the Mike McDonald defense, but it's not there.
MJ, you got anything?
Yeah, I like the under in this one. I think Snake's right with the Jacksonville doubt. I mean, I think this is the fake sharp play of the day, probably with Seattle. You have the line move. You have Jacksonville off a big win on prime time, but ETN's my guy today. I think taking a little nugget out your book, DGen, a little zigzag guy. You see with Travis Etienne going under, going over, going under, going over, going under versus KC now at 59.5, which is second highest line that we've seen this season. I think this is just going to be a ground and pound type of game. And I think most people expect Jacksonville to be down in this game. So not going to be as popular as a pick as maybe if they were home and favored against a worse team. So I like ETN's rushing. I'm not going to take a side though, because Seattle is definitely the sharp side here just on paper. But if you're a guy like Steak and you think the Jags are legit, you're back in the Jags. So 2-0 on the road for Seattle, 3-0 at home for Jacksonville. It's going to be cool to see who pulls this one out.
I'm also hoping that that trade for Newsom like makes Travis Hunter's role like a little more trying to think of the word, not like obvious, but like definite. Because I think like they were kind of scrambling like, oh, this is a really good pass offense. We're going to need you more on defense. And then, vice versa with offense. So hopefully it kind of makes it easier on him. Because, I mean, as we've seen, he's a very talented player. People forget that because like he's such a, big name in college. Kind of annoying, that whole Colorado team. But he's like very, very good player. So I'm kind of hoping like this trade
is on Monday for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm hoping this like makes it easier for him.
I loved when the Browns were drafting on defense. Newsom was Ohio State.
I think so. I know Ward was. I don't know if you were thinking Denzel Ward.
Oh, Denzel Ward. Where was Newsom from? Delpit was LSU.
Yeah.
Yep. He's a beast.
Where the fuck was Newsom from? I thought he was Ohio State as well, but maybe not. Anyways,
might be.
Okay. Oh, Newsom was LSU? Oklahoma State.
I know the safety was too, so maybe they both.
Jesus, we're getting all kinds of Northwestern. No way. Really?
I trust.
Well, I know if Beef says he's not Ohio State, I'll go
with Northwestern.
It's kind of funny though. We can't get this guy though. He's an interesting guy. All right,
Northwestern. Yeah.
Last game of the 1:00 slate. The Rams on the road in Baltimore. This is Steak's best bet. He's on the under here, and I like it. I just I hate fading anything Rams related, and so in a way, if we're taking the under, we're fading Sean McVay and the offense a wee bit. But it feels like the right play now that I realize that we got a little weather on our side. But I think this was 44.5. Let me see what it is now. LA. It looks like it's still pretty much 44.5. So it hasn't touched 45. You could say that's a pretty low number for the Rams offense and for how bad touchdown Broncos and for how bad the Baltimore Ravens defense has been. Number 45, Adkins.
Bang, cash it.
Yeah, I bet. So we're in it. Oh, Franklo Pesley, first-time chatter, says Oklahoma State. All right, interesting. But we're getting a lot of Northwesterns in here. I didn't know Newsom's College was going to stir up.
It's Northwestern. They're just trolling. I don't know what they're doing.
So let's talk about this stake. So we're going under here, but from a props perspective, do you think that there's a chance the Ravens could be a dog that barks today? My only problem with not wanting to go anywhere near that is anytime I fade McVay in this situation, it never goes well. Most recently, when he was playing in New England, I think last year, it was like a 5.5 down to 3.5, felt like a sharp spot, and they won and covered, and the offense put up 28 points. Do you like anything from a props? Or can we take an under on a player? Maybe Matt Stafford under or Kyron Williams under, anything like that? Is there any narrative or script you see here?
I can't get this out of my head, and I need to ask you about it.
Go.
Isn't this on paper, if we're looking at all the games for Baltimore this year, don't you think this is the least likely game that Derrick Henry pops off?
Probably, given their situation, yeah.
I think this might just be Derrick Henry. I mean,
because of a trailing game script too, is what you're thinking of?
Exactly. And it's not like we're getting a backup quarterback game one. It's game two. And if we like the under, you're going to like ground game and his attempts at 16.5. I mean, I think I like his attempts the most. I mean, what do you think Baltimore's game plan is going to be here? Is it going to be winning a shootout or is it going to be control tempo? I mean, the defense is so bad that it might just not matter, and they might just not be able to stop LA. But I think it's Derrick Henry, man. I really do. It feels like the stock could not be lower for this guy right now.
So. I mean, there's also not a single football reason to like sign off on that either. Because I mean, I feel like DJ, I think you talk about all the time, like the Rams front seven is just flat phenomenal. Out mean, nasty. Yeah. So that's either he's gonna have like 10 yards or 150. Which I don't know what I see.
I don't hate that read at all now that I think about it. I should mention I played Mark Andrews to score a touchdown last week, and he was the only guy that didn't hit, and probably one of the only tight ends that didn't hit. So obligatory Mark Andrews touchdown score. But I don't hate the Derrick Henry read at all. Steak?
I like the Derrick Henry read too, because I think I'm going to need some success on the ground from the Ravens to hit my under bet.
Yeah.
If they have no success, the Rams probably put up 35 points and I'm probably fucking cooked. I'm actually kind of counting on the Ravens being able to control clock to some degree, giving up 44 points to the Houston Texans. I didn't know that was possible. I knew this defense was bad, but I didn't know they were that bad. They got to show a little pride, man. There's got to be something. There's got to be something they could put out there that's better than giving up 44 points to the Houston Texans. So really, I'm not saying like I'm expecting this defense to magically turn into a top 10 defense. I'm just expecting a little fucking better than we've been getting. And if there's anything we know about the Rams, they don't blow teams out. So I was comfortable with the under. I'm not comfortable with the side, and I'm really not comfortable with the prop, except like I said, I'm cool with Derrick Henry scoring or going over 70.5, but I don't like anything else. You want me to be honest? I think this is finally the game where Puka doesn't do Puka things. I think he might be like a 4 or 5 catches for 60 yards.
Scheduled rest.
Yeah.
Oh, little load management.
Yeah, not necessarily. I just don't think Puka is insane. That motherfucker is insane.
Well, I'm worried. I mean, I felt like he was a fucking shoe-in for Offensive Player of the Year, but Jonathan Taylor's right on his ass.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's insane too.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he went from like 20-1 to 3-1 in 1 week, I think. By the way, if anybody cares, Underdog tweeted that Hassan Haskins is expected to be the Chargers' lead back today. So
don't worry, he'll get hurt. I have him in the Ramble Fantasy League.
You know what he's going to do, Royal? You know what he's going to do? He's going to break off a 70-yard run and he's going to drop the ball 1 yard before.
Oh my God, somebody does that. I wonder on Kalshi if you can bet on that to happen. That'd be pretty fun.
Probably at this point. Happens every week.
All right. I got a game for you that I'm getting a late read and feel. Raiders are hosting the Tennessee Titans. This one's nasty. I don't know if you guys do or don't want to spend much time on it, but looks like we're 4.5. I have heard people playing the Raiders in Survivor this week, which is pretty ballsy, but you've got to be strategic and not take the best teams and save them for later. So it also makes sense. dare I say, the more I think about this game that nobody really cares to watch, nobody probably really wants to bet on.
Say it.
Has fireworks.
Yep.
So hear me out. This is what I started to think about. I wake up this morning, I have my coffee, I start looking at the board, and for some sick, demented, twisted fucking reason, this is the game I look at. And I'm thinking to myself, because I'm a Cam Ward guy, and I'm man enough to admit he has not looked good, but he's got a lot of excuses. The team sucks, the coach sucks, the players are dropping. Oh my God. I mean, Royal, I don't know if you guys track. I feel like you've mentioned a few times when I've listened to your stream of like drops, like who leads the league in drops or whatever. I mean, everybody drops passes on the Titans. They're not good. The only guy who's worth a shit is Tony Pollard. But then I take a breath and I realize, okay, you have to give a little credit to them for fighting back and winning that game. And even though we're also shitting all over the Cardinals, we can do a little bit of both. Cam Ward made some fucking throws, and his guys did make some plays. I looked at the schedule. There is not a more difficult first 5 weeks for a rookie quarterback, in my opinion. When you open up the week or the season in Mile High against the Broncos defense, then you play the Rams defense. You have a divisional game in the against the Colts. Then you go on the road against the Texans, violent, nasty bounty gate, maybe not accusing them allegedly defense because they're so violent. Then you got to go back on the road and play the fucking Cardinals. And look, I mean, the Cardinals have been a disappointment, but their defense is still pretty nasty. That is fucking brutal. The Raiders are pathetic. They are pathetic. Well, I love Max Crosby. I'm on record as saying I would trade 5 first-round picks for Max Crosby. I'll make it a fucking NBA trade. I don't give a shit. But, dude, can this not be the game where this offense can find a little success? And on the flip side, the Titans defense sucks. The Cardinals went out and scored 21 points in the blink of a fucking eye. Yeah. They just took their foot off the gas. Can't the Raiders find some success here too? I like the over. I like points. It's 18-1 to be the highest scoring game. I don't know that it's going to be, but I want to bet on some fucking props. So
yeah, I'll tell you, it's Jacoby Myers, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
100%.
That's my TD scorer.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be a popular one, especially with Bowers being out now. It's just time. It's time. This team, like you mentioned, DJen, it sucks. They're back home. They're also a team. It's like when they get a lead or like they're in a position to win, they're not going to run the clock out. Like they're going to try and, put on the show and get the fans something to be happy about for some of these seasons. So, yeah, I absolutely love him today. Like targets and all volume and everything like that is not the issue. They just haven't been able to connect. I don't know why. I'm really not a Geno guy, but he has no problem slinging it. But yeah, I love him today. Absolute great matchup versus the Titans. L'Jarius Sneed, I don't know if you guys have seen. I mean, DJ, you kind of nailed it too. I remember you were saying ever since he left the Chiefs, he has been awful, like next level bad. And he still shadows, and he's not very good at it. So I really like Myers big time. I think him and Geno are on the same page all day. And I think this offense kind of comes to life because I know the Titans are bad, but I think this was around 5. Like the Raiders should never be -5. So I think they at least put on a show offensively.
Yeah. The Titans love giving someone a bag and then having them perform like shit the whole time they're there. So that's not surprising at all. I don't want to back Tony Pollard because Tyjae Spears is back, and it just feels like the whole plan was for him to be super involved. I know DJen loves Tony Pollard, and I'm not a hater. I respect the guy. He's a lunch pail guy, but he's sure as fuck nothing special. He's a hardworking dude, and he can be a workhorse back only because you need him to be, but he's not fucking amazing. And I'm going to pass on him. I like Jacoby Myers. He's my touchdown guy in the competition. Also, Ashton Genty, 75.5 yards. Touchdown is minus money. Like, how's this not a Genty game? I don't understand. They're getting more involved. He fucking blew up. Was it against the Bears in the game? He blew up. Sorry, Roy. But yeah, it feels like this is the most obvious Genty game in the world to me.
I do like that Thornton guy a little bit. I could see them hitting a bomb.
It's got to be the Raiders. It just has to be. I mean,
I'm fine with
that. At the end of the day, you got to pick someone on the Raiders. I think this is prop talk, right? Jacoby Myers seems to be that guy who's been going under 3 straight weeks. It's the perfect matchup against Tennessee. I mean, it's like pick your poison, I think, with a Las Vegas player. And I don't think you really go wrong. You can go Geno pass yards. I don't hate that. I mean, Genty should do his thing on paper. Tennessee's been bottom 3 in rush defense this year. And then Jacoby Myers has been waiting to break out. He hasn't had a 100-yard game yet this year. And does he have a touchdown on the year?
Jacoby Myers?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think he's
Maybe
touchdown
one
TD-less as well.
when they wrecked the Patriots week 1.
Let me see. But yeah, I think it's just Raiders related. It has to be. Raiders are nothing for me. No, it doesn't have the single touchdown unless it was on the ground, but not what I'm saying.
Nah, I doubt it.
Yeah.
All right, DJen, this is time for me to remind you, tempo and pace. 3 games left. We got 14 minutes.
All right, cool. Let's rock and roll. Packers 15-point favorites against the Bengals. Joe Flacco, can he beat the Packers twice in 3 weeks? No, he can't. And this is a chalky weekly specials for me. So far, I like Justin Herbert passing yards leader today. He's 10-1. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. receiving yards. I don't hate a guy in this Ridley or Myers, to be honest with you, for a long shot. I'm going Josh Jacobs. It's square, plus 750, lead league in rushing this week. Again, similarly to my read on the Dolphins run defense, I noticed when the Jaguars were playing the Bengals, you can fall forward for 5 yards against this defense. Up front, they are terrible. They are soft, and they are frankly, they're poorly coached, which pains me to say because Al Golden did so well at Notre Dame. But this is a bad team. Bad team. Nobody can save them. They're dead. I think they might honestly end up with 4 wins tops. They already have 2. The Packers should have their way with them, and they should control this game, and they really should just lean on Josh Jacobs. I don't see why he can't have 140 and 150 yards with 26 carries. I really don't see why, unless Matt LaFleur tries to get cute and fucking, just keep throwing bombs to Matthew Golden to get him going. That could be another guy. Like, this is the perfect week for the Packers to unload. And on that, if you want to get nasty with the Bengals, have fun. I'm good on that shit. Josh Jacobs game for me. Steak, I'm going to take a piss. You guys go around the room.
Yeah, I mean, I got the nastiest play ever, I think, and I have to do it. And then when it doesn't hit or come anywhere close to hitting, everyone on Twitter will call the R word and all that shit. But
I guess?
Yeah.
It's definitely Chase Brown, dude.
I was gonna guess T. Higgins.
Knew it, dude. I knew it.
Oh my god!
The second best odds in this game to score. Worst running back in the fucking NFL. He has 65 carries for 160 yards. Why does he have the second best odds in this game to score a touchdown? Who the fuck would be betting him to score a touchdown in this game? As 14.5-point underdogs, no one thinks they're running the ball at all. How could they be? How could they be running the ball in this game? I just fucking think it's insane. I have to do it. Plus 155, Chase Brown touchdown. I have to do it.
A little Flacco
in fantasy. Love that. I mean, I support it for sure. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I feel like Cincinnati, since that comeback, if you will, with Browning, people have been trying to get sharp with the Bengals, and it's just been burning them every single week.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they cover this one against the Packers at on the road in a spot where, I mean, 0-3 ATS so far on the road, the Bengals are.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? Does Flacco change that at all though? Because I think if it was Browning, it's like, yeah, it can't get worse. But I think people are actually excited for Flacco.
I think that I've heard the narrative enough about can Flacco beat the Packers twice that this wouldn't be my spot to take the Bengals.
Oh shit, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, never mind. I love Tucker Kraft in this game. It pains me to say it as a Bears fan how good this guy is. He's incredible. He really is. Tucker Kraft is a case as the best tight end right now. I'm not saying he is, obviously. Bowers when he's healthy, but the way he's playing right now, it's as good as it gets. So it's just a smash spot for him. This is a game where I see Matt LaFleur kind of flexing their muscles. I don't see him letting up. I do like Jacobs because their offense is built on the run. But I think MLF is just gonna run it up big time. So shut up, Togan. I like Tucker Kraft. Too. I got I think it was 44 yards, 45.5 yards. But yeah, tight ends are just destroying the Bengals. So and I'm a huge Kraft guy. Just plays for the wrong team.
Flacco can't be worse than Browning. Flacco might get hospitalized. Very two different opinions in chat here.
Yeah.
Okay, last 4:00 game. We got 2 Monday night games. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, not happy about that.
Really looking forward to that Commanders game. I love the over there. Looks like it's been ticking up. All right, my Bucks playing the Niners. I think this is going to be a heavyweight fight, essentially, which is funny to say with Baker Mayfield and Mac Jones. But these teams are banged up. They're still playing pretty tough. The Niners are 4-1. The Bucks are 4-1. The Niners had a couple extra days to prepare. They had Thursday Night Football, huge outright win, and the Bucs are also coming from Seattle, so big travel spots for both teams. I think this is an under game. Even though people are out, I think you saw Mac Jones play well. Everybody's loving him to win the MVP, as they should. Just scored 38 points. I think this is a game everybody's going to want to see points and scoring, and we don't. And for that reason, from a prop perspective, I like Godwin to show up a little bit. I'm not even trying to get cute and say that he's going to outperform McBuka or anything like that. But Salah's a good defensive coordinator. I think he's probably smart in the sense that he'll try to scheme up something to make life harder on McBuka than it has in the past couple weeks. But this could be a game now that Godwin's got a few under his belt where he sees his receptions. So I like him to get maybe 5 or 6 catches. That's what I would play, and I like the under in this game. Steak will just.
Is he definitely in, by the way? I was looking at him earlier. Yeah, I know he was.
Oh, no.
Godwin is out.
My bad. Okay, well, I take that back then.
Baker loves Sterling Shepard if anybody's looking for a guy.
I'm not seeing him on the injury report. Am I missing it?
I think
he's out. We got a couple. Evans, Godwin, and Bucky are out.
So he is out. Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I was really pissed too. I liked him in this one.
Fuck.
Would any of the three of you ever think that you saw a game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers where Rachaad White had a higher rushing total than Christian McCaffrey?
Oh, my God. That's wild. By the way, love this.
Definitely not.
Love this. Tez looked great in Seattle. Sorry, continue.
No, that's it. That's my whole pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anything needs to be said after that one.
They cannot run the ball, dude. Holy shit, the Niners can't run the ball. And that makes me think I got to go with Old Faithful, Juwan Jennings. Yeah,
wow.
He's my guy, and I love what Ken
did
last week. But I'm not betting on a repeat of that. He might have a nice day. I'm not fading him by any means, but there's no one else. I'm sure Christian McCaffrey will have his 7 catches for 50-something yards too. But yeah, I like Juwan Jennings receptions. That's my favorite prop in this game.
Okay, Royal.
I got nothing just because of the injuries. Yeah, I liked Godwin, but he's out. I actually do like Sterling Shepard a lot, so I might look at some. I like the Bucs reserve receivers, if you will. They're very talented. So I might take a look at that. I do like Jennings. He had that one big game. Was that New Orleans steak or wherever it was? But he's been hurt all year. And I remember you bet on him all the time. When he's like the lone receiver, he gets fed. And honestly, I was very impressed by Mac. I hated Mac Jones. But that game was extremely impressive for me. So
it was.
I'll probably tail you on that. But yeah, I don't have anything, unfortunately, so I don't want to take it up too much.
I'm sitting out on this one. These are the 2 teams I've invested the most amount of preseason currency in terms of their win total. So I'm just sitting back on this one. I like what y'all said, though.
Okay. By the way, somebody just tagged us in something. Jack Whalen, Jaguars defensive end Josh Hines-Allen's 8-year-old son Wesley, who was diagnosed with leukemia the final week of last season, will be an honorary captain for today's game.
Oh wow,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's dope as fuck. Jags by fucking 40
under.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's.
How did you get to under from that?
Well, no, Josh
Hines Allen's
sack leader. Yeah, he's probably gonna have a legacy day. That's
before we talk about last game. Do you guys want to get Ramble going?
Yes, if you're able to.
So we can raid. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. MJ, you do it. I'll stick for the Bears cake.
Okay, perfect.
Luckily, I don't think we're not doing Monday night games. Are
no,
we?
we just do Sunday.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
sorry, I thought.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna stream tomorrow?
It's been a long weekend, but probably.
Okay, well, if you are, we'll lean on that. If not, come in the chat for the recap because we'll still talk the games.
Hey, really appreciate you guys for real.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome to collab with you guys.
Yeah, long overdue as well. So thanks for making the time, MJ. I'm sorry I couldn't make it Saturday. Oh, I appreciate the subs, dude. We'll be sure to return the favor.
Hey, why do you guys not seem hungover?
Hey man, we
didn't stay out that late. Yeah,
we went home at like 6:30 because we were drinking at noon. So it was.
Ramble boys getting old.
No.
Well, that and Money brought all his boys from home, so like it was just like a Money plays party.
I was overstimulated too, man. I was talking to so many people, just like marketing, doing all that. So I was just fucking drained. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on.
We met DJ and Donnie, who was in here earlier.
Oh, nice.
Met a lot of
awesome
people.
There's someone else too. I forget his name, but he was from Twitter too.
Yeah,
it was fun.
All right. Well, I'll catch you boys. All right. Yeah, we'll talk.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks. Lions Chiefs.
Yeah, it's just us now.
Just us. Yeah, I thought one of them was going to stay, but that's all right. Ramble. Appreciate those guys coming on. They do a great job. If you're not already familiar, we'll raid you over to them. All right. Do you have anything in this game? I fear it's the Chiefs because we're Lions guys.
I think we've made an agreement not to fade the Lions.
Yeah.
And I do think people love betting the Chiefs in these spots. It just keeps happening, And now they really got their back against the wall, Like they can't lose that many more games, even though, they can't lose that many more games. It's just getting to that point where you start telling yourself, and I don't really want to invest into the Chiefs until Rashee Rice is back, to be completely honest. Even though I didn't hate what I saw against the Jaguars, they easily could have won that game. Pat Mahomes looks great. I think he deserves all the MVP consideration he's getting. These weapons suck ass. But no, I don't want to bet aside, which is perfect because this is prop talk. So what prop do you like?
I'll go 2. I either want to go back to Laporta. Hit him to score a touchdown last week. I like him to get more involved in the offense. It's kind of like he's been hitting a ceiling of like 3 catches, then 4 catches a game. Last week he kind of had a coming out party. I think that continues, and I like the tight end on the road as well. I also think Jameson Williams has been a little quiet, and if you're the Lions, who you take on every challenge, you're going into Arrowhead, you're underdogs. You're not going to have a deep shot to Jameson Williams. Like that's not going to happen. You're not going to try one at least twice, maybe,
Let's look up longest reception. Then
so I like Jameson Williams' longest reception. Yep.
22.5. I like it too.
I love it. All right. Well,
this is the thing I've been sneak nuking every game.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is a sneaky good scrambler, dude.
Bro,
I don't even know if he's sneaky anymore at this point. That motherfucker,
He led the game in rushing yards. That's why I had him to score a touchdown. I was like, man, Mahomes has been fucking scooting out there. And it was like a designed run, I think, too, whenever he scored. That was crazy. So, all right. Great job today.
Plus 290. I think that's absolutely worth throwing something on. Plus 290 to score a touchdown. Also, my favorite guy in this game is Xavier Worthy.
You're saying plus 290 to throw Mahomes?
No, to rush for a touchdown, yes.
Oh, I just had that last week. You think go back to it?
I'm just saying plus 290. Yeah, I think it has good value every single week.
All right. Yeah, he was 3-1 last time, so I don't blame you. He said before that he tries not to use his legs that much in regular season, but this year they've been so bad he has no choice. Yep. I also did take Patrick Mahomes be the passing leader in the NFL. That was 20-1 2 weeks ago. He's down to 13-1. So I think also a thing to look at there is just the passing game for the Chiefs continuing to be a thing. So him running or him receiving, him passing. Don't hate either one. Let's see if Justin Fields can do anything.
Here's why I have no Kareem Hunt love. Cool hand. It's not. I know he had 2 touchdowns last week, but Pacheco actually ran hard as fuck last week. I felt like that was his most impressive effort. And they're introducing Brashard Smith into this fucking running game too. I think the least fun thing in the world is betting on Chiefs running backs.
Yep. Don't hate it.
What happened in the Broncos game?
Field sack. He's so awful. He's just a terrible quarterback.
Now this game's fucking going on.
I mean, that was a really good pass rush. There's not much he could do, but still, he's just not good. Lions down 2 corners and 2 safeties. Game time decision. I think they take some shots. Sure. Yep. All right, guys. Is Ramble now, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think Ramble should be live now. Steak, great job today. Hour and a half. We crushed it. Great audience. Great show. DJ, and your guy Baker was 370, scored TD. Now he's 5-1. His lowest this season before was plus 750. I'm definitely playing it. Dude, it's funny you say that, Ron Mux. I love Baker to score, and I think I already put the bet in. He was 5-1 when I looked. I don't know if I took it. I thought about making him my contest guy, but I don't want to go that long of a shot. So I went with Kamara. Can we get a 1 p.m. touchdown lay? Sure. Always love prop talk. Thank you very much.
They're still not live yet, and I want to rate them. I really want to rate them, so I'm hoping they go live in a second.
Oh, they need to go live soon then. All right. And then I just want to give a shout out to this guy right here. Pleasure listening to you guys today. Well worth the sub. Best of luck. Appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the subscriptions and the viewers. You guys are awesome. And let's give
let's build a 4-legger, 2 each. I'll go first. Lad McConkey.
Okay. Not contest plays, right?
Not contest plays. No.
All right.
After talking today, who you like?
Okay. Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. Okay.
I'll put this in. I'm going to put this in right now, so I don't forget.
Okay. Damn it. Okay, Ramble's live. That's good news.
Okay.
I'll go Quinshon Judkins. Did you scoff at Quinshon Judkins?
Yeah.
We're building a 4-leg parlay, dude.
No, that's just
Let's
that's a nasty game.
Oh, got it. Okay, but you picked.
I don't care. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
4-1 tight end with Cooper Rush throwing him the ball, but I'm nasty. Pick your second guy. Offensive lineman scoring a touchdown today.
Hold on.
Nah, you can't overthink it. Pick one.
I'm not. I'm getting these guys in.
Well, no.
Okay. Lad McConkey, Quinshon Judkins, Mark Andrews, and your other touchdown score is going to be.
Say a guy. Are you frozen?
No.
Say a fucking guy.
I'm looking at the fucking guys in this Cowboys game.
I have to piss.
Oh, you have to piss, huh?
I will fucking leave without the guy. Go.
Bryce Young, 5-1.
Oh, you're an asshole.
No.
Please pick a guy.
Flournoy.
Oh my fucking god! All right, see you later, man. Go make sure you raid Ramble.
Wait, which one are you doing?
Flournoy, you dumb shit. See you later, raid Ramble. Fuck you.
Okay, we'll do. Bye. Let's put $20 on that to win $2,000. Why not? That shit is not hitting. Bryce Young ran one in. Oh, it's Bryce Young. I'm playing Bryce Young straight. Yep. All right, guys. No, don't leave yet. Make sure you join the raid for Ramble. I'm going to do it right now. Raid. Ramble now. Boom. I think we're good. Yep. Oh, Dylan Gabriel, huh? Dave Portnoy, anytime touchdown. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for hanging out. Bro pissed himself for Flournoy. Very funny. Yeah, he didn't have to go once, huh? Oh, too bad. You should have taken a break. Join the raid. We're going to send you over to Ramble. Have a great day. Good luck on all your wagers, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for the recap.